There you go.
My love for the game stems from my family. My dad played in the NBA for 13 years. My brother's going on year 8 or 9, and my sister played college basketball for 4 years, so everybody I've always looked up to has played basketball. I fell in love with it when I was young and haven't stopped playing ever since.
My family was a big basketball family. My dad played basketball. My sisters, both of them played basketball, so I was in a basketball household as long as I can remember. She got drafted, she made it, and be able to say I got drafted and I played in the NBA. Having a sister and a brother be able to do that in the same household, like it's not been done too often. So to say we did it, like you could say that with some pride.
I'm the baby of the family. My brother and sister used to beat up on me a ton when we would play one-on-one and stuff like that.
Boom, yeah.
So yeah, definitely that's where the competitiveness comes from.
I mean, everybody know like how it is if you have a brother, and I have a twin brother, so everything was competitive, and that kind of just brought me to where I am today.
Bet. 10. Crazy guy. You know when the money get on the line, get different. I'm on one today, y'all.
The biggest piece of advice they gave me was to just run my own race and walk my own path. I'm not subject to their experience at all. I'm on my own journey. I love being on my own path. So just, definitely taking that advice and taking that to heart and just knowing every day that, this is my experience and it has nothing to do with them.
One thing that I live by is just never lose until you quit. Whether you in the game and you down and you trying to fight back, and a lot of times you could just give up, especially in life, and you just got to continue to fight the battle, and eventually, your work will pay off. But I'm in that grind mode and that grind stage to where I'm just staying down until, things ultimately pay off.
Let's go, y'all. Details on 3, 1, 2, 3. Details. Oh yeah, touch. Oh, wheel it. Stop clear.
I would describe my journey up to this point as personal. I did 4 years in Northwestern and did a 5th year at North Carolina, and I think just everything that I've been through, I'm super grateful for it. It's shaped me into who I am now, and I wouldn't change a thing.
One word would be resilient, and that's just who I am, what I've had to go through, the stereotypes of just who I am, my play style, and my size and all the little things that I've just had to overcome through my whole life.
The biggest life lesson that I've learned from basketball is just, the love that I have for the relationships that I've built. I love the sport of basketball, but I think the main thing that comes from is just building the relationships that I have with my teammates and coaches, and made friends and best friends that I'll have for the rest of my life through the sport of basketball. So that's the biggest thing.
I love the G League. I feel like it's second to none, honestly. Like, this is a great development kind of league, and it's a lot of high-level games, like a lot of NBA talent on the floor. The margin for error was very slim, but I do love to see the G League really pushing and promoting their players.
Getting a lot of individual attention and film and extra workouts and things like that, but I feel like I'm getting a lot better, and this really is a great league. And I know everybody here, including myself, has been working really hard for moments like these, and just excited to be able to, have a chance to compete at all, but especially here, in this special situation at the Showcase, to be able to play against, great players and great talent, and, happy to be one of them out there.
When you add an experience and atmosphere like this, and an opportunity that could really change your whole career path, I feel like it's a good opportunity, not for myself, but for our team, and just to show, what we're made of. Being, experienced to an extent, that's your biggest teacher. And because I went through kind of certain things that I didn't know about or had anybody really say anything, that's kind of what I try to be for them. Relationships that I have, with my team, I feel like it goes outside of basketball. A lot of those relationships can flow onto the court, and they look for me to say certain things, and they know I've been there. And especially for a guy like Pete, we continue to talk all the time, especially throughout the game. And we always involved in pick and rolls, whether that's offense or defense. So that's a guy that I speak to a lot.
Playing with Sharife has been great. He's got experience in this league, and being able to, learn from him. I'm always in action with him, so, asking him different questions, and he's definitely a great competitor, so feeding off him there. For us two, being able to have that experience playing together and it carrying right over into the season with the Charge, I think our synergy will only get better and better.
Basketball was like my safe haven, where I went to kind of get away from just the pressures of life and school and this and that. And you could just go to practice and be around your teammates, and really feel like an energy and an excitement and just a joy when you walk in the gym and everybody is playing with the basketball. And that's just me locally. It's 1 trillion people that all are coming together, going to a basketball court or We in the NBA arena, there's 50,000 people in there, and that's all from one basketball. So bonded by ball, I think it resonates with me because I've really, lived that.
Personally, it makes me think of when I was younger. Bonded by ball, I think it didn't matter, who was out there on the floor. It doesn't matter what color, shape, size you are. Everybody can play together, and I think, it's just a valuable lesson that sports in general teaches you from a young age.